Listen in to ex-diplomat of Singapore, Mr. Bilahari Kausikan, why India doesn't depend on the United States.
I don't think the India relies on the US. You have improved your relationship with the US for strategic reasons, but India, generally speaking, has a long history on relying only on itself, right? And you are not having a bad relationship with China to do US a favor, right? You have a strained relationship with China because you have disputes in the Himalayas, because there's an old Chinese saying, one mountain can only have one tiger. Okay, right? And you too, in a different way, need to build up your capabilities, and you're doing it, right? So I don't think the US is you have improved your relationship with the US for a very simple reason, not just China. A much more fundamental reason is, for several consecutive Indian governments, after Nehru, you basically threw your lot in with the Soviet Union, right? You had good reasons for doing it, but there's no more Soviet Union, right? So you still maintain a relationship with Russia, but it's not going to help you in any way. So it's perfectly logical. Huh? So now I'm often asked this question: is the US reliable? And I always answer the same way. I mean, of our country, we have a very close defense relationship with the US. And I've often asked this question, and I always answer, of course the US is not reliable, but it's indispensable. So whether it's reliable or not is moot. It's up to me to find a way to work with the US. How can it be reliable when every 4 years everything is turned upside down, even if the same party is returned to power, occupies the White House? But that is the US system. There's only one US. And that one US is indispensable, so we need to find a way to work with it. And so far, we have always found a way to work with it. And India will too. You don't depend on the US to defend you, surely? I don't think so. I know you don't. We don't depend on the US to defend ourselves. We only depend on the US to maintain the overall balance of power in the region in its own interest, not as a favor to us. And I think India has a similar attitude. And to sell us some weapons that we cannot produce ourselves, mainly advanced fighter aircraft. You have made a different choice. You're buying Rafales, okay? But I don't think India relies on the US to defend it.